Hi, Assalamualaikum. Okay, we continue in part 2 in chapter 6 fire fighting system. And for this video, we're going to look into the general maintenance of the system. Okay, so it must be checked, maintained, test regularly to prepare for the readiness of the equipment. Okay, and the effectiveness of the firefighting system. Okay, maintenance works. Okay, why we need to do it? Because we want to ensure the reliability and readiness whenever, anytime, okay, anywhere, we need to be prepared. And then predetermined maintenance will help to save lots of costs by replacing the needed part rather than you change. For example, you can test the fire extinguisher. They usually have the expiry date, okay, to check whether it need to check the pressure or they need to replace the whole fire extinguisher. Okay, and then it will increase the efficiency of the firefighting equipment. Okay, to check the hose, is there any wear and tear of the hose, and also to check the water pressure, if the water pressure is in a good condition. And also it will help you to prolong the equipment system. For example, we need to test the and also to maintain the sprinkler system, okay, the fire hydrant system, and all that must be checked regularly. Each equipment have the manufacturer recommendation for service and also maintenance. And how the fire protection maintenance is done, there are three main steps. Okay, the first one is inspection, the second one is testing, and then the third one is the maintenance. Okay, the first one, inspection. Okay, this is carried out by inspecting the condition of the device, okay, physically. Okay, and then you check the maintenance record and history, because it's very important whether it have been used before, when it, the date, the last it have been serviced. So you need to know. Okay, so when is the expiry date? So everything must be in a proper place. Okay, it all for a fire extinguisher, they always have the tagging system. For other system like sprinkler or alarm system, they have the logbook, okay, to check the maintenance, because they need to get all the information before the testing is done. Okay, and all fire extinguisher must be inspected 6 monthly intervals. So every 6 months they need to check the pressure, okay, the condition. Maybe somebody have play with it, okay, maybe it have been dropped, or we don't know what happened. Okay, so we need to check regularly. So it's about 6 months, okay, every 6 months. And then also some other service requirement, maybe it depends on the system, yeah, 3 or 4 or 3 to 5 or 6 years. Okay, and then if sometimes you cannot keep it any longer, so you need to empty it and then you need to refill again and do the pressure testing. Okay, if for example some of the fire extinguisher don't have the pressure gauge, okay, sometimes they need to make sure that the content is enough to be effective to fight the fire. And also by having visual inspection, very important. Okay, you need to check the hose, you need to check the nozzle. Sometimes somebody play around with the pin, safety pin, and so on. So it's very important to check. Okay, and then come to the testing. Okay, for the testing, okay, we need to check whether it is required. Okay, and it must follow the recommended plan. Okay, testing plan from the manufacturer. So every testing must have data to be recorded. Okay, we will use the data for the future testing, whether it have been done before or whether it have enough time frame before for the next test. So it must be checked. And also every fire extinguisher, for example, this they have the label or metal tagging. Okay, this one is the tagging system that I told you. So all the information on the last service date or the last use of this fire extinguisher have been written here. Okay, And the third one is the maintenance. So maintenance, we have the word cleaning, repairing, or replacing. For example, this is for the smoke detection sensor. Okay, so they check with this device to see whether it working or not. So they have this device will give some smoke, and it will give this alarm or this sensor to check, okay, to make sure it working. So they give some smoke to check whether it's working or not. And this one, if you have alarm system, so you need to check the system, you need to do some simulation, okay, you need to pull out the trigger and all that, so make sure that it work perfectly, okay. And also the result for inspection and testing are reviewed, okay, so that they know when is the best time to do the maintenance. And sometimes you have lots of fire extinguisher, example for a very big building with so many floors. Let's say you have 40-50 floor building, so you have lots of fire extinguisher, so all the fire extinguisher must be recorded and must have data so that they can be reviewed for the next service program, okay. And by doing this, it will help to reduce the cost for repairing and replacing the equipment, because it have been done periodically, okay. So this one is more on the preventive maintenance. All right, let's look into the video on the fire extinguisher maintenance. Okay, so we're done with the maintenance. So now these are some of the questions for the previous year final and test. Okay, there's only one question regarding the fire protection system maintenance. Okay, next video we're going to look in the type of fire fighting device. Okay, see you in the next video. Bye.